We're on the rooftop of the building where we are currently living. I love to come up here and get a little bit of sunshine and fresh air. But it's not such a great view, even though the buildings are historical and beautiful because of the Israeli incursion into the city. I'm here with Islika, who has lived in Hebron her whole life and knows...
I was born in the house where my parents were born.
Okay, so please tell us the story and a little bit about the layout of the city as it is today.
Well, the story is very big. I can't tell you, but at least I can show you how we live in a huge military camp in the city. It started from '67, and I was 5, and I remember the soldiers coming into the city from that time, near the mosque where I used to live. We have a huge military base over there. You see the lights within the trees, within the houses. There's like an orange light.
Yes.
Over there, that's the first military base in Hebron, in the city. And it's for the border police. It controls the mosque and the neighborhoods around it. That's the first military that we have witnessed. If we move around a little bit, we can see another huge military base that was built a couple of years ago. And it's a high peak from there. And it's one of the highest peaks in Hebron. They can control or they can observe on this area to provide security to the settlements and also to the civil administration. It's not a civil thing. It's a military base. It's the military administration of civil issues. But we use the short name, civil administration. So there is like the kitchen where they cook everything for Hebron over there. If we move a little bit around, we have, you see the Israeli flag over there?
Yes.
That's Tel Rumeda, ancient Hebron. That's a settlement and military base.
And you mentioned that's built on an important archaeological
site. Yes, ancient Hebron, the old city of Hebron. There live the extremist settlers in that settlement, and they turn the lives of people into hell. People there live under a semi-curfew. They get like half an hour every day to go out. Sometimes they don't allow them. If we move a little bit from here, you see the triangle thing on the building to the right. The building with the red roof, a triangle. Yeah. Can you see it? Yeah. That's Beit Hadassah. It used to be a clinic for the Palestinians. I used to go there for medications when I was little with my mom. That's the first settlement inside the old city. It was started in 78. A group of settlers, the wife of that rabbi, Moshe Levinger, came with a group of women and then took the building over. Of course, the military protected them because it's their job to protect their civilians. And they just settled there. Of course, from there, the settlements expanded. They took over the bus station here, this huge building now. The whole area used to be the central bus station for Hebron Governorate. From there, I used to take the bus to Jerusalem to go to my school. Not anymore, of course. From there, I used to take the service to go to Jaffa. Not anymore. From there, we used to take the service to go to Gaza, which is like 1.5 hours from here, if the borders were open. Not anymore. Now we have a military base and we have a settlement being built. Of course, before that, there used to be a settlement, but it used to be caravans. Now they are building. That's the change. And we have that huge building to the right with this disturbing Israeli flag. It used to be a school for the Palestinian kids until the early 80s. The Israelis took it over, changed it into a military base temporarily, and then now it's a yeshiva. That's Beit Romano. On top of the hill, That's the highest peak in Hebron. There's a military base, and that's H1, by the way. So in H1, we have the military, and that base was started just to provide security for the settlers. Oh, sorry. And you see the huge building, that's a school. For some time, it used to be a military base during the Intifada. But behind the school, the red white antenna, the antenna that we can see, that's Giv'ata Avot, a settlement with a military base, with a police station. On the other side is Kiryat Arba, the biggest and first settlement in the West Bank, not only in Hebron. It's like an industrial settlement. Of course, there's like an extension. If you go all the way, Road 60, you see the extension of Kiryat Arba, which is an industrial zone. And they are expanding, natural expansion, of course, taking over Palestinian lands and forcing people out of their homes, demolishing the homes. It's really terrible on the other side. There is another antenna that we can see just in front of us. I don't know if you can see it. That is coming up from within the buildings. That antenna is another settlement on, sorry, not settlement, a military base. That's on Road 60, which is close to Kiryat Arba, but from Road 60. By the way, Kiryat Arba is very huge. You can see it from everywhere where you go around Hebron. Of course, we have the Ibrahimi Mosque, and we have this settlement here, which replaced the wholesale vegetable market. It's the biggest settlement inside the old city. And when they started in the early 80s, they said, well, we just need like 2 meters for worship. And these 2 meters turned into a huge settlement, as you can see. And if we go closer, you can see how big it is. Of course, demolishing houses, taking over many things in the area. They have caravans. You see the caravans to the right, where there's like red flags, something. And they've started gardens. They have animals. They steal the animals of the Palestinians and put them there. So yeah, they are expanding. They have a synagogue. They have a kindergarten in this settlement.
Let's do 6 minutes here.
Okay. So,
before I finish, because of the settlement, of course, we have like a chain of outposts, military outposts on top of Palestinian houses. You can see them, the flags are flying, preventing Palestinians from going to their roofs, using their roofs, and they watch on them. They have cameras, of course. The soldiers can see inside the houses, because our houses, the old ones especially, are not covered fully. That's the architecture. So people do not have any privacy inside their homes.
thank you for explaining all
Yeah.
that. In addition to what Islika showed us, we want to show you this area that is restricted area. It's completely closed to Palestinian vehicles and residents. It stretches all the way here and around to Shuhada Street, which used to be the old main market, now completely closed. All the businesses had to close. This shows the complete encirclement of the city by the settlements and military posts that also thread through the city and prevent normal life.